Welcome to my channel, CoinTeories HD. Are you wondering if your Liberty 1942 1 cent could be worth far more than just 1 penny? Then you're in the right place. In today's video, we're exploring the fascinating 1942 Lincoln Wheat Penny, one of the most searched and collectible US coins. You'll discover its amazing history, rare mint errors, mint marks, current values, auction records, and the hidden features that can make certain 1942 pennies worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Whether you're a beginner, a coin collector, or someone who found an old penny in a jar or family collection, this complete guide will help you understand exactly what to look for. Stay with us until the end, because the valuable 1942 penny you own could be hiding in plain sight. Let's get started. Top 4 first up. The Liberty 1942 1 cent, better known as the 1942 Lincoln Wheat Penny, is one of the most interesting coins in the famous Lincoln Cent series. Even though millions of these pennies were made, collectors still search for them because they represent the final full year before the United States changed the cent's metal composition during World War II. In 1943, the U.S. Mint switched from copper to zinc-coated steel to save copper for the war effort, making the 1942 penny an important historical coin. While most 1942 pennies are affordable, high-grade examples, beautiful red uncirculated coins, and rare era varieties can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. This makes the 1942 Lincoln Cent a favorite among beginners and experienced collectors alike. The Lincoln Cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It became the first regular U.S. circulating coin to feature the portrait of a real historical person instead of the symbolic Lady Liberty. By 1942, the United States had officially entered World War II after the attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941. The country was rapidly increasing military production, and valuable metals such as copper were becoming essential for ammunition, electrical equipment, and military supplies. The 1942 Lincoln Cent was struck mainly from the traditional bronze alloy, but by the following year the mint temporarily switched to steel cents to conserve copper. Because of this historical transition, the 1942 penny represents the end of an era in American coinage. Collectors appreciate it not only for its age, but also because it tells the story of America's wartime economy and industrial strength. The front of the 1942 Lincoln Cent features the right-facing portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. Above his head is the word Liberty, while the year 1942 appears to the right. The national motto, "In God We Trust," curves across the top. This classic portrait was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, appear at the bottom of Lincoln's shoulder on later issues. The reverse displays 2 wheat ears surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above these words appears the Latin motto E Pluribus Unum, meaning out of many, one. The reverse design was created by Brenner as well and remained in use until 1958. The coin is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, and has a plain edge. Its rich bronze color and simple yet elegant design have made the wheat penny one of America's most beloved coins. The 1942 Lincoln Cent was produced at 3 different U.S. mint facilities. Coins without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Coins with a small D beneath the date were struck in Denver, while coins with an S were produced in San Francisco. Philadelphia cents are generally the most common, but collectors often seek all 3 mint marks to complete a full date-and mint collection. Although all 3 varieties are collectible, condition is usually more important than the mint mark. Exceptionally preserved coins from any mint can command impressive premiums, especially if they retain their original bright red color. Before selling a 1942 Lincoln Cent, carefully examine the date, mint mark, color, and overall condition under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Never clean the coin because cleaning scratches the surface and usually lowers its value significantly. If the coin appears to have an unusual error or exceptional condition, consider having it authenticated and graded by respected grading companies such as PCGS or NGC. Store valuable coins in acid-free holders, protective capsules, or archival quality albums to prevent damage from moisture, fingerprints, and air exposure. Proper storage helps preserve both beauty and long-term value. The 1942 Lincoln Wheat Penny remains a solid collectible because it combines historical importance, broad collector demand, and affordability. While common circulated coins are unlikely to become extremely valuable, premium quality uncirculated examples and certified rare era varieties continue to attract strong interest from collectors. The Lincoln Cent series remains one of the most collected coin series in the United States, helping maintain long-term demand. As fewer original high-grade coins survive, exceptional examples may continue to appreciate in value over time. As with any collectible, future prices depend on condition, rarity, collector demand, and overall market trends. One fascinating fact about the 1942 Lincoln Cent is that it was the last full year before America introduced the famous 1943 steel cent because of World War II. Another interesting fact is that the wheat penny reverse remained unchanged for nearly 50 years, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. Billions of Americans handled wheat pennies every day during the 20th century, yet today many younger collectors have never seen one in circulation. The simple bronze coin that once bought everyday goods has become a small piece of American history treasured by collectors around the world. Next up, the 1953 D. Lincoln Wheat Cent is one of the most popular vintage American pennies collected by beginners and experienced numismatists alike. Although millions of these coins were produced at the Denver Mint, collectors continue searching for high-grade examples, attractive original red coins, and valuable mint errors. If you find a 1953 D penny in an old coin jar, inherited collection, estate sale, or bankroll, it is worth taking a closer look. While most circulated examples are worth only a small premium over face value, rare mint-state coins with beautiful original color or unusual mint errors can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The value of every 1953 D penny depends on its condition, color, and whether it has any important varieties or mint errors. The 1953 D Lincoln Wheat Cent was struck during the final decade of the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which was produced from 1909 through 1958. This coin was created to meet the everyday need for 1-cent circulation, while continuing America's long tradition of honoring President Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait first appeared on a U.S. circulating coin in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of his birth. In 1953, the United States was experiencing economic growth following World War II. Dwight D. Eisenhower had just become president, television ownership was expanding rapidly, and the country was entering a new era of prosperity. During this period, billions of cents were needed for daily commerce, making the Lincoln Cent one of the hardest-working coins in American history. Today, the 1953 D penny remains an important collectible because it represents both American history and the final years of the beloved wheat cent design before the Lincoln Memorial Reverse replaced it in 1959. The obverse of the 1953 D Lincoln Cent features the right-facing portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Above Lincoln's head appears the word Liberty, while the date, 1953, is displayed to the right beside the small D mint mark. The national motto, In God We Trust, is shown across the top of the coin. The reverse displays two wheat ears surrounding the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, with the Latin motto E Pluribus Unum across the top. This reverse design symbolizes America's agricultural strength and remained in use for nearly 50 years. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, and has a plain edge. Collectors especially prize coins that retain their original bright red mint color because they are much scarcer than brown circulated examples. The D mint mark on the 1953 D penny indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint in Colorado. Denver produced hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents each year to supply the western United States with circulating coinage. Coins without a mint mark from 1953 were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, while coins with an S were produced in San Francisco. Although the Denver issue is not considered a rare date, collectors carefully compare examples from all three mints because condition, strike quality, and color greatly influence value. A missing mint mark on a genuine 1953 D coin is not a recognized mint error because the mint mark was punched into each die before production. Most heavily worn 1953 D pennies in poor condition are generally worth around 10 cents to 30 cents, depending on demand and copper prices. Average circulated examples typically sell for 20 cents to $1. Fine condition coins with moderate wear usually bring $1 to $3, while extremely fine examples often sell for $3 to $8. Uncirculated coins showing no wear are commonly valued between $10 and $40, depending on their original color. Brilliant red mint state examples, graded MS65 red, often sell for $40 to $100, while exceptional MS66 or MS67 red coins may reach several $100s. The finest certified examples have sold for over $2,000 at major auctions because of their outstanding preservation, eye appeal, and rarity in top grades. Market prices continue to change as collector demand and grading standards evolve. Several interesting mint errors are known for the 1953 D Lincoln cent and can dramatically increase value. Collectors search for off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing because the blank planchet was improperly positioned during striking. Broad strike errors occur when the collar fails to hold the coin in place, creating a larger-than-normal cent. Clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a cutting mistake, are also collectible. Die cracks appear as raised lines caused by cracked dies and can range from minor to dramatic. Rotated die errors, where the front and back designs are misaligned, are popular among error collectors. Double-struck coins, struck more than once, can command impressive prices depending on the severity of the error. Wrong planchet errors, in which a cent is struck on a blank intended for another denomination, are extremely rare and valuable. Any genuine mint error should be authenticated by a respected grading service before sale. Even today, 1953 D wheat pennies occasionally appear in circulation after being spent from old collections or forgotten coin jars. Many collectors have discovered valuable wheat cents while searching through bank coin rolls, inherited collections, estate sales, antique stores, flea markets, and forgotten boxes in family homes. Although finding a high-grade example is uncommon, searching old pennies remains an exciting hobby because valuable coins and unusual mint errors can still surface unexpectedly. Every old wheat cent deserves careful examination before being spent. Before selling a 1953 D penny, always inspect it carefully under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for original red color, sharp details, strong luster, and any unusual mint errors. Never clean the coin because cleaning almost always reduces collector value by leaving scratches or unnatural surfaces. If you believe your coin is in exceptional condition or has a significant error, consider submitting it to a professional grading company such as PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. Store valuable coins in acid-free holders, protective flips, or hard plastic capsules to preserve their condition for future generations. The 1953 D Lincoln wheat cent remains a popular coin because millions of collectors build complete wheat cent collections. Although ordinary circulated examples are unlikely to experience dramatic price increases, premium uncirculated red coins and authenticated mint errors continue attracting strong collector demand. As surviving high-grade examples become more difficult to locate, top-quality certified coins may continue appreciating over time. For long-term collectors, focusing on original, problem-free coins with outstanding eye appeal offers the best investment potential. The Lincoln wheat cent was the first circulating United States coin to feature a real historical person, instead of the symbolic image of liberty. The famous wheat reverse remained in production for nearly 50 years before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. Because the coin contains 95% copper, many collectors enjoy its rich color and classic appearance. Billions of wheat pennies passed through American hands during the 20th century, making them one of the most recognized coins in U.S. history. Even today, finding a wheat cent in pocket change brings excitement to collectors around the world. Next up, the 1956 D. Lincoln wheat cent is one of the most popular coins among Lincoln penny collectors. Even though millions of these coins were produced, many people still search for them because they are part of the famous Lincoln wheat cent series, which was minted from 1909 to 1958. Since the wheat penny design ended only 2 years later, many collectors enjoy completing the full set, making the 1956 D an important date to own. While most examples are common in circulated condition, coins with beautiful original red color, outstanding mint state grades, or interesting mint errors can be worth much more than face value. This means that an ordinary-looking penny could become a valuable collectible if it has exceptional quality or a rare error. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It became the first regular United States coin to feature the portrait of a real historical person instead of the symbolic Lady Liberty. By 1956, America was enjoying strong economic growth during the post-World War II era. Families were buying homes, businesses were expanding, and billions of coins were needed to support the growing economy. The Denver Mint worked around the clock to produce Lincoln cents for daily commerce across the western United States. The 1956 D penny became part of everyday life, passing through countless hands in stores, banks, schools, and businesses. Although it was created for ordinary spending, today it serves as an important reminder of America's booming economy during the 1950s and is collected by enthusiasts around the world. The front of the coin features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, designed by Victor David Brenner. The word Liberty appears to the left of Lincoln, while the date, 1956, is shown to the right with the small D mint mark below the date. The national motto, "In God We Trust," curves across the top of the coin. On the reverse, 2 wheat stalks surround the inscriptions, 1 cent, and United States of America, with the Latin motto, E Pluribus Unum, displayed across the top. This classic reverse design is why these coins are known as wheat pennies. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighs approximately 3.11 grams, has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and features a plain edge. The warm copper color and elegant wheat ears make this one of the most recognizable American coins ever produced. The small D mint mark indicates that this penny was struck at the United States Mint in Denver, Colorado. The Denver Mint was one of the busiest coin-producing facilities in the country and manufactured hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents each year. Coins without a mint mark from 1956 were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, while those carrying the D came from Denver. Although the mint mark itself does not make the coin rare, collectors always pay attention to mint location because certain years and mints are scarcer than others. For the 1956 issue, both Philadelphia and Denver produced large quantities, but high-grade examples with excellent strike quality remain desirable. Most 1956 D Lincoln wheat cents found in poor condition are worth around 3 cents to 10 cents, mainly because of their copper content and collector interest. Typical circulated examples usually sell for about 10 cents to 50 cents. Coins in fine condition often bring 50 cents to $1.50, while extremely fine examples can sell for $2 to $5, depending on eye appeal. Uncirculated coins generally range from $5 to $20 if they retain attractive original surfaces. Certified mint state red examples, graded MS65, often sell for around $20 to $50, while MS66 red coins may reach $75 to $200. Superb MS67 red examples can bring several $100s, and the finest certified pieces have sold at major auctions for well over $1,000. Prices change with market demand, certification, original color, and overall quality, so professional grading can make a significant difference for exceptional coins. Although the normal 1956 D-penny is common, collectors actively search for mint errors and unusual varieties. Double die errors can show noticeable doubling in letters or numbers, increasing collector interest. Off-center strikes occur when the coin is struck outside the center of the planchet, creating dramatic misaligned designs that often command strong premiums depending on how much of the design remains visible. Clipped planchets happen when part of the metal blank is missing before striking, producing an unusual curved missing section. Die cracks create raised lines caused by cracked dies and are popular with error collectors. Broad strike errors occur when the retaining collar fails, allowing the coin to spread wider than normal. Rotated die errors appear when the front and back designs are not properly aligned. Wrong planchet errors are extremely rare and can be worth substantial amounts because they were struck on metal blanks intended for different coins. Any genuine major mint error should be authenticated by a respected grading service before being sold. The 1956 D wheat penny can still be discovered today in old collections, inherited coin albums, estate sales, forgotten piggy banks, jars filled with old change, antique shops, and even bank coin rolls. While finding one in everyday circulation has become less common because wheat pennies were replaced decades ago, people still report occasional discoveries. Many valuable coins remain hidden simply because owners do not realize collectors are interested in them. Carefully checking every old wheat penny for condition, color, and possible mint errors could lead to an exciting find. Before selling a 1956 D Lincoln wheat cent, examine the coin carefully under good lighting and use a magnifying glass to inspect the date, mint mark, and lettering for possible errors. Never clean the coin because cleaning permanently damages the original surface and usually lowers its collector value. Collectors strongly prefer coins with natural color and original luster. If you believe your coin is an exceptionally high-grade example or displays a significant mint error, consider submitting it to a professional grading service such as PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. Store valuable coins in acid-free holders, protective capsules, or certified slabs to prevent scratches, fingerprints, and environmental damage. The 1956 D Lincoln wheat cent remains a popular and affordable collectible with steady demand from both beginners and experienced collectors. Although ordinary circulated examples are unlikely to experience dramatic price increases, high-grade certified red coins and genuine error coins continue to attract strong interest. Since the Lincoln Wheat series has one of the largest collector bases in American numismatics, quality examples are expected to remain desirable for years to come. While this coin should not be viewed as a guaranteed investment, carefully selected premium examples have the potential to appreciate as top-quality pieces become harder to locate. The 1956 D penny belongs to the final years of the famous wheat cent series, which ended in 1958 before the Lincoln Memorial design replaced it in 1959. Abraham Lincoln became the first real person ever featured on a circulating United States coin. Even though more than 1 billion 1956 D pennies were produced, finding one with bright original red color after nearly 70 years is surprisingly difficult. Many collectors spend years upgrading their collections to obtain a beautifully preserved example because copper is one of the most sensitive coin metals and easily changes color over time. Next up, the 2007 D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent is one of the last Lincoln Memorial pennies ever produced before the United States Mint changed the reverse design in 2009 for Abraham Lincoln's bicentennial celebration. Although millions of these coins were made, collectors still search for high-grade examples, beautiful red uncirculated coins, and rare mint errors that can be worth much more than face value. At first glance, a 2007 D penny may look like an ordinary coin found in pocket change, but certain examples have sold for impressive prices because of their outstanding condition, or unusual minting errors. That is why many coin collectors continue searching through rolls of pennies, old jars, and family collections, hoping to discover a valuable 2007 D Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent has been one of America's most famous coins since it was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It became the first regular U.S. coin to feature the portrait of a real historical person. The Lincoln Memorial reverse design was introduced in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday and remained in use until 2008. The 2007 D penny belongs to the final years of this historic design, making it an important part of the Lincoln cent series. In 2007, the United States was experiencing economic growth just before the financial crisis of 2008. Technology was advancing rapidly, smartphones were becoming more popular, and the U.S. Mint continued producing billions of cents for everyday commerce. Although the 2007 D penny was struck in huge numbers, collectors now appreciate it because it represents the closing chapter of nearly 50 years of the Lincoln Memorial design before the special 2009 bicentennial cents, and the current Union Shield reverse replaced it. The obverse of the 2007 D Lincoln cent features a right-facing portrait of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. Above Lincoln's head appears the word Liberty, while the date 2007 is displayed to the right along with the small D mint mark. The national motto, "In God We Trust," is written across the top of the coin. Brenner's initials, VDB, can be found on the shoulder truncation of Lincoln's portrait. The reverse displays the famous Lincoln Memorial designed by Frank Gasparro. If you look closely, Lincoln's statue can actually be seen sitting inside the memorial, making this one of the few coins in the world to show the same person on both sides. Around the memorial are the inscriptions United States of America, 1 cent, and EPLUBUS UNUM. The coin is made of a copper-plated zinc composition consisting of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. It weighs 2.5 grams, has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, a thickness of approximately 1.52 millimeters, and features a plain edge. These specifications were standard for Lincoln cents produced after the composition change in 1982. The D Mint mark indicates that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint in Colorado. The Denver Mint has been one of the largest coin-producing facilities in the United States for many decades. While some 2007 pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark and others were made at the San Francisco Mint as proof coins for collectors, the 2007 D version specifically identifies Denver as its place of origin. The mint mark itself does not automatically make the coin valuable because the Denver Mint produced a very large quantity. However, collectors often build complete Dayton Mint collections, making both Philadelphia and Denver examples necessary for a complete set. Coins with strong strikes, bright original red color, and high mint state grades are much more desirable. The Denver Mint produced approximately 4.16 billion Lincoln cents in 2007. This enormous production makes the coin extremely common in circulated condition. It is not considered a key date or a scarce issue in the Lincoln cent series. However, despite its huge mintage, finding perfect examples with flawless surfaces is much more difficult than finding worn coins. High-grade certified coins remain desirable because they are far less common than ordinary circulation pieces. A heavily worn 2007 D Lincoln cent in poor condition is generally worth only its face value of 1 cent. Most circulated examples found in everyday change are worth between 1 cent and 5 cents. Coins in fine condition are usually valued at around 5 to 15 cents, while extremely fine examples often sell for 25 cents to $1, depending on eye appeal. Bright, original uncirculated examples with full red color generally sell for $1 to $5. Certified mint state coins, graded MS65 red, commonly bring around $10 to $25. Better preserved coins, graded MS66 red, often sell for $30 to $75, depending on demand. Superb gem examples graded MS67 red can reach values of approximately $100 to several $100. The finest certified examples have sold at major auctions for over $1,000 because nearly perfect modern coins are surprisingly difficult to find. Actual values always depend on certification, eye appeal, and current collector demand. Although the standard 2007 D penny is common, several mint errors can be valuable. Collectors search for off-center strikes where part of the design is missing, broad strikes created without the retaining collar, clipped planchets with missing curved sections, die cracks that appear as raised lines, and struck-through errors caused by foreign material between the die and the coin. Other collectible errors include rotated dies where the front and back are not properly aligned, double die varieties showing extra thickness in letters or numbers, and wrong planchet errors where the penny is struck on a planchet intended for another denomination. Genuine wrong planchet errors are extremely rare and can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Coins with dramatic mint errors should always be authenticated by a professional grading service before being sold. The 2007 D Lincoln cent can still be found in circulation because it is a relatively modern coin. Many collectors search through bank coin rolls, penny boxes, old piggy banks, estate sales, inherited collections, and forgotten jars filled with loose change. While most examples are only worth face value, discovering a brilliant uncirculated coin or a genuine mint error can make the search worthwhile. Many valuable error coins have been found in ordinary circulation, years after they were minted. Before selling a 2007 D penny, carefully inspect the coin under good lighting using a magnifying glass. Look for original red color, strong details, unusual mint errors, and signs of wear. Never clean the coin because cleaning can permanently damage its surface and greatly reduce its collector value. If you believe your coin has a significant error or is in exceptional condition, consider sending it to a professional grading service such as PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. Store valuable coins in acid-free holders, protective capsules, or certified slabs to preserve their condition. The 2007 D Lincoln cent is not considered a rare investment coin in ordinary circulated grades because billions were produced. However, collector demand remains steady for certified high-grade examples and genuine mint errors. As time passes, fewer flawless coins survive, which may increase demand for top-quality certified specimens. While most 2007 D pennies will never become highly valuable, exceptional mint state examples and rare error coins have the best long-term investment potential. One fascinating fact about the Lincoln Memorial reverse is that Abraham Lincoln appears on both sides of the coin. His portrait is shown on the obverse, while his tiny seated statue can be seen inside the memorial on the reverse with magnification. The 2007 D penny was also among the last regular Lincoln Memorial cents before the U.S. Mint introduced 4 special bicentennial reverse designs in 2009. Even though billions were made, perfect examples are much harder to find than most people realize, making them exciting targets for modern coin collectors. If you enjoyed learning about the 2007 D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below telling us the oldest penny in your collection, and subscribe to the channel for more exciting coin discoveries, rare error coins, and updated coin values. Remember, valuable coins can still be hiding in your pocket change, coin rolls, old jars, family collections, or forgotten boxes. Check every penny carefully, because your next great coin discovery could be waiting for you today.